My mother wants to disown me for not letting my brother rope my sister. About 2 years ago in January, my sister confessed to me that my brother had been roping her. She told me that he had been doing this for at least 3 years and she didn't know what to do, since she had told my mother about his behavior and she did nothing about it. I haven't lived with my parents since I was 15, so I understand why my sister didn't trust me enough to tell me what was happening before. When I confronted my mom, all she said was he's working on changing, and he has not been doing anything lately. I just took my sister with me and my mom thanked me for helping her. After thinking a lot, I called my mom and asked her to call the police on my brother and to kick him out of her apartment before I took my sister back. She went completely insane and threatened to call the police on me for kidnapping my sister while calling me ungrateful, remarking how I have never helped her, and crying saying, "You don't know what they do to people who do things to children in prison." While my sister was living with me, I took her to all the appointments with CPS, taking her testimony, scheduling therapy sessions, etc. because the school was aware of everything happening. Every piece of information was sent to me instead of my mother, which made her furious. After a couple of months, my brother left the apartment and I took my sister back. After that, my mom prohibited me to be alone with my sister and wouldn't even allow me to arrive unannounced or without her permission. She stopped taking her to her therapy and got my sister a dog. When my brother was finally arrested, my mom went insane, accusing me of calling the police again so they would arrest him, and begged me to help her find a lawyer to help him. Of course, I did not help her with that and she completely dropped it. A couple of weeks after, she started acting like everything was normal and I thought she was changing. She would invite me over, we would go to places and spend holidays together, and sometimes she would ask me for money because she was late for rent or because my sister needed stuff for school, etc. I never gave it too much thought since she had never done that and I wanted to help her. After I think 7 or 8 months, my brother got out of jail and was deported. I thought everything was going to get better from there, seeing as my brother was in a different country, but I was really mad since I didn't know why he was released and no one would tell me. Fast forward to 2 months ago, me and my sister were talking in my car and she told me about everything that my mom had been up to. My mom had been paying several different lawyers to try and get my brother out of prison. That was the reason why she needed money. She kept in contact with my brother a lot and would send him money and care packages. And the worst of all, when she finally understood that nothing was getting my brother out of there, she threatened my sister to go and sign a contract stating that she lied and my brother didn't do anything to her. She also told her not to tell me this or else she would get rid of her dog. I truly did not know what to even think. The months of physical, emotional, and financial support I had given my sister, everything I had to do to make my sister have a better life and not be in that horrible situation, shattered. I felt useless. Nothing I did was enough to protect my sister and I even contributed to it without knowing. My mom made my teenage sister a liar in court and all I can think about is how if anything remotely similar happens to her again, no one will believe her. It frustrates me how her mother was able to do this to her daughter just because her son was in prison for a crime he 100% committed.